My children, along with Abby's children, are obsessed with ramen noodles. And I'll tell you, it's because these influencers out there are all about taking the 10-cent packet, maybe it's like 30 cents now, the packets, and turning them super bougie. And my son Jack did that all over holiday break. He was adding egg yolks and cream and spices and chili crunch and he makes these like amazing, inexpensive ramen. So anytime we do ramen in my house, it's a good day. This is a little better than that. So let me tell you what I got going on here. These are my sticky chicken ramen noodles. I got 3 packs of noodles right here, no seasoning packet, and I'm dropping them in some boiling water. I love keeping the seasoning packets. I know they're not great for you and they're super full of salt and blah, blah, blah. I know. But man, if you have a boring chicken soup at home or you're making something that needs a little extra flavor, they're flavor bombs, so I like them. In this pan here, I've got some chicken. We got some chicken from Pelkins cooking up here, and now I just need vegetables. I don't care which ones. What veggies do you like? For me today, I'm doing carrots, snap peas, mushrooms, broccoli, bell peppers, great in this, whatever kind of veggies you like. Just cut them down to kind of bite size here. And my chicken's about done. So what I'm gonna do is put this in a bowl. We're gonna get this out of the pan. And we're gonna get our veggies cooking down while we make some sauce. I love a meal like this because it comes together fast. Fast noodle dishes, ramen cooks in like 4 minutes. It's gonna be done before I'm ready. But just delicious and hearty and family friendly. So now I'm gonna get a little, we have Stock Market. They do a really beautiful sesame oil. So we're gonna get a little sesame oil in here and cook up some veggies. Now sesame oil is super potent. Don't go crazy like an olive oil or vegetable oil, just a little bit. And there's a little bit of oil left in there from the chicken. Okay, so let's go ahead and get in some broccoli. We're gonna do some carrots. I would like you to know that that bag of shredded carrots that you can buy just pre-shredded, always in my fridge, always. Because then I just add a bunch of handfuls. Sarah was bougie and she actually cut up real carrots. For me, I probably would have just handed over a couple handfuls of just the shredded ones, whatever makes your life easier. I often will throw some edamame in here as well. That's a super easy way to get some protein in your diet. All right, you start cooking up here. I'm gonna do some snap peas as well, just because they're good and light and fresh, and I don't know, I just like them. Now that my kids are older, you know, I've got a 12-year-old, I got the moody preteen going on, and he is incredibly difficult to buy for Christmas because he doesn't really like it, like he doesn't like toys anymore. You know, you ask him what he wants and he's like, a phone. I'm like, I'm not getting you a $1,000 phone, like, get out of here. But we did splurge and get the boys a PlayStation 5. We found it on sale on Marketplace. Don't tell them, it looks new. So we got them a PlayStation 5. Can I tell you, I got Jack ramen, a box of ramen from, that was imported, like flavors you can't find around here. Just the little instant packets of ramen. Individually wrapped them. You would have thought we were the Rockefellers. That was his favorite gift of all of the holidays, was the stupid ramen. It's such a trend right now. And you heard Abby say in the chat, oh, my kids will love this. I know. All the preteens and the teens, it's all about the ramen right now. So we're very trendy right now. All right, so now I got a couple, let's go ahead and make a sauce. I want these to get kind of crisp tender. So we're gonna let this keep hanging out and cooking down a little bit. Let's make a sauce. And this sauce is sticky, sweet, savory. It's got the soy, but it's got the sugar content, all the things. It's so good. 2 things you need to keep in your pantry or your fridge at all times. The oyster sauce and the hoisin sauce. Absolutely, I always turn it the wrong way, Brandon, every time. There we go. Flavor bombs. That's why we're not gonna have to add any cornstarch to this to thicken it up. I mean, look at her. Look at this. These are just flavor bombs full of umami, full of that texture that we love when the noodles get all sticky. So we're gonna add a bunch of this into a bowl. We need to get the salt in there, so some soy sauce. Every recipe I see on the planet says to use low sodium soy sauce. It's not my jam. You know I love salt, but if you're watching your salt, you can use the low sodium soy sauce. Doesn't exist in my house. All right, so now I've got all those super flavor bombs going in there. Let's sweeten it up now. We need to balance this a little bit. Honey or brown sugar, whatever I have hanging around. So For me, we're doing honey today to keep it extra sticky, but I use brown sugar in my Asian noodles constantly. All right, we're gonna give this a good whisk. I'm not adding any salt or pepper. We'll season at the end because sometimes these sauces can be incredibly, full of flavor, and you're not gonna need the extra salt and pepper. All right, now that my veggies are softening up a little bit, I'm gonna let them keep going for a moment. We gotta get some garlic in there, obviously. It's not a Jyll recipe if it doesn't have a few cloves of garlic. I got 3. Perfectly acceptable to use the garlic in this one. If it makes your life easier, grab it from the fridge, throw in a scoop. And we're gonna give this a nice little chop. Didn't add it in right away because we don't want it to burn, so we're giving those veggies a good head start. And just give that a good mince up. My son Jack has learned he was the pickiest eater, and it took years to get him to even try a noodle. Working with his sensory issues and his palate, it's just, the kid ate nothing for years, and all of a sudden he's had an awakening of Asian food. So the last time I was in California visiting family, I took him to an award-winning, like a Michelin star winning dumpling house. It was just him and I need you to hear me. Don't be flabbergasted and don't be mad. Be impressed. We ate 72 dumplings between the both of us. I wore stretchy pants and was proud of myself. When you have a award-winning dumpling house and noodle spot, you gotta take advantage. We both wore stretchy pants. We rolled out of there, but I dream about it. All right, so now my garlic's in. Give that a little stir around. I'm gonna add my chicken back in there. Get all that chicken juice too. Whenever you get the chicken juice in there, that's all flavor. Don't miss out on that. Give that a good stir to start sauteing all together. I love a little chili flake. I like a little spice. There's no spice in those sauces. I'm adding a little chili flake, optional. You do you. Now let's go ahead and get our sauce in here. Like I said, look how thick that is already. So you don't have to add the cornstarch slurry. The one I'm gonna do next week, the pork noodles, that one has a cornstarch slurry because it's a thinner sauce. This one's gonna thicken up on us. Let's get our noodles in there too. Now, please remember, next week, next Tuesday, I believe, the 13th, Abby confirmed that it's the 13th, yep, is our 1-year anniversary show. And I am showing the much desired, everyone asking for over a year for it, or about a year for it, my chocolate chip cookie recipe. I saved it to make sure I didn't get fired. And I'm still here. So you get to learn next Tuesday my chocolate chip cookie recipe. It is the best. It took me 49 batches till I got to the perfect one. And then also you'll be happy to hear this, if you're not a cookie lover, is that Angie Horkin will be here as well. And she's doing what we talked about yesterday, air fryer recipes. So it's gonna be a great show next Tuesday. You are not gonna wanna miss it. All right, so now stirring in the noodles, the sauce, the chicken, making sure everything gets coated. And I like to let this cook together for a moment while I get a little garnish. Yum, a little bit of green onions. I got some sesame seeds on the side too. Adds a little crunch, little texture. Let me get a bowl. What do you think, Sarah? The big bowl? We'll do the Big Daddy today. It's hard for us to choose. We got some fun bowls and stuff to choose from. And then I'm gonna pour all this in a bowl, top it with that garnish. Look at this, it's just flavorful, light. You know what I like to add in here if my children aren't eating this? Cashews or peanuts for that crunch. They won't eat the nuts. I do, so I'll add it to my own. And we're just gonna do this. Heck yeah. Hot, yeah. There we go. Get all that good stuff over the top. A couple noodles stuck to the bottom. I like when they're crispy like this, so I'm literally gonna eat these off the bottom of the pan because they're good that way. And I'm gonna hit it with the green onion, the sesame seeds. That's dinner, and you saw how fast that dinner came together.